Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung quotes, "The shadow can be realized only through a relation to a partner, and anima and animus only through a relation to a partner of the opposite sex, because only in such a relation do their projections become operative." Anima and animus are two distinct parts of the collective unconscious, a concept put by Carl Jung, which states that the unconscious mind is composed of a shared pool of collective knowledge, experiences, and memories. Anima represents the feminine aspect of the collective unconscious, while animus represents the masculine aspect. Carl Jung believed that these two aspects were essential to a person's psychological development and could shape an individual's behavior and outlook on life. Anima is the unconscious feminine part of a man's psyche and is often represented by an idealized version of femininity. It is said to be the source of a man's capacity for empathy and understanding, as well as his ability to connect to his inner emotions. Jung believed that a man who has a well-developed anima is better able to relate to women, and that it is a necessary part of developing a healthy relationship with the opposite sex. Animus, by contrast, is the unconscious masculine part of a woman's psyche and is often represented by an idealized version of masculinity. It is said to be the source of a woman's capacity for rational thought and logical decision-making, as well as her ability to connect to her inner strength and courage. Jung believed that a woman who has a well-developed animus is better able to relate to men, and that it is a necessary part of developing a healthy relationship with the opposite sex. Jung believed that anima and animus serve as a bridge between the conscious mind and the collective unconscious, and that they are essential for a person's psychological development. He also believed they were integral to the formation of personal identity and spiritual growth. Ultimately, Jung believed that both anima and animus should be embraced and accepted by individuals in order to achieve psychological balance. Now, author Robert Greene presents Task as Observer of Human Nature in Threefold on Anima and Animus. First task is to gain insight into the anima and animus of others. Particularly in intimate relationships, it is important to pay attention to their behavior and patterns. By doing so, you'll be able to access the unconscious parts of them that are usually hidden. With this knowledge, you can take advantage of it. Pay special attention to those who are overly masculine or feminine. This likely indicates a significant repression of the opposite gender qualities. When someone has suppressed their feminine or masculine qualities and they begin to leak out, they may be expressed in an exaggerated way. The hyper-masculine man is often secretly concerned with his clothes and looks. He will take an uncommon interest in other people's physical appearances, including those of other men, and often make critical remarks about them. An example of this is Richard Nixon, who tried to project a strong image while president, but was constantly nitpicking over the suits and drapes in his office. This man will also often express strong opinions on cars, technology, or politics, despite having limited knowledge on the subject. If questioned on this, he will become very passionate, even throwing a tantrum or sulking. He strives to hold his emotions in check. However, they can sometimes escape him, leading to unexpected outbursts of sentimentality. The hyper-feminine woman may have a lot of repressed anger and resentment towards the role she has been assigned. Her girlish behavior with men is a tactic to gain power and manipulate them to her own advantage. Her more masculine side will reveal itself in passive-aggressive behavior and attempts to control her relationships. Despite her sweet, compliant exterior, she can be quite willful and critical of other people. This willfulness will manifest itself in her irrational obstinacy in trivial matters. Second task is, in order to have healthy, meaningful relationships, it is essential to become aware of the process of projection. Some of gender projection are devilish romantic, lovable rebel, fallen woman. We will talk about types of projection in next video. Projections can be beneficial and help you become attracted to a person, but it is important to remember that they are unconscious and uncontrollable. Once a relationship develops, you must be aware of the projections and be able to draw them back in order to see the other person as they truly are. This will enable you to identify any incompatibilities or recognize the genuine positive qualities the other person may possess. By understanding your own patterns and the qualities you tend to project onto others, you can use projection to your advantage in all of your relationships. If a colleague of the opposite gender were to criticize your work or postpone a meeting you requested in an office setting, it can often evoke strong emotions such as resentment, fear, disappointment, and hostility. This situation can be more emotionally charged compared to when the same interaction occurs with someone of the same gender. By understanding this dynamic, you can better control your reactions and maintain healthier relationships with people of the opposite sex. Third task is, you need to examine and bring out the feminine or masculine qualities within yourself that are otherwise repressed and undeveloped. Take a look at the characteristics of the opposite sex that you desire and strive to cultivate those same qualities in yourself. Through this, you will be able to merge the underlying traits that are within you with your everyday personality. People will be attracted to the genuineness that they recognize in you. Finally, by following this threefold task of Anima and Animus, you will be deeply connected with your partner, and also it will help you to explore unconscious part of yourself. In last video I explained how we are losing unique and vibrant aspects of our character because of gender biases. Click on I button to watch. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, like and share with your friends and family.